Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to a brand new week here on Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby and already it's 2 o'clock UK time, 9 o'clock Eastern. We're ready for what is going to be a brilliant show, launch day, where we bring you a brand spanking new product. And today's, you're going to absolutely love it. If you weren't with us on Wake Up Call a little bit earlier on, you will not know that we are launching today the brand new Gemini 3D Scene Builder dies, which are just off the chart, amazing. Thebomb.com, as the boss would say. And in fact, I quote the boss because she was so super excited about these when we previewed them on the 8-10 preview show just a couple of weeks ago. And judging by the sales that we had a little bit earlier on in our Wake Up Call, they are going to be busy, busy, busy once again. 2 hours of inspiration on this brand new collection, and I'll tell you more about why it's a very exciting week in just a few moments' time. We're in Gemini season, don't you know? But before all of that, let's get excited and inspired with my crafty friend, should I say, my TV wife over the other side of the studio, who is, well, she was doing cartwheels and flips earlier on. She was so excited about this collection. It is the lovely, the one and only, Debbie Robinson.
Absolutely, and you're going to love this collection. Let me just tell you, this is an absolutely belter of a collection. It's going to create those 3D wow factor cards with dimension, because these are your 3D scene builders. You are taking the stamps, the dies, and creating and building lots of different scenarios and creating that lovely dimension. Now, they've been designed to work, and I'm going to give you a little insight to what's coming up in the show, because these are all my makes over the next 2 hours, because this is how it's been designed. That lovely double Z feature where you've got this lovely and almost like a floating element in the centre. Yeah. But we're going to create this dimension. I'm going to start with a really, look, I was clean and simple with this one, Ben, can you see? If you saw the earlier show, you'll see that I wasn't so clean and simple. I threw everything at it. But that is exactly what you can do if you want to. But we've got lots of different occasions that these will cover as well. Now, this is a lovely bridge fold card, but again, because it is a scene, you build up your scene, you create your own story, so to speak, and tell the story of what you want to say. And I absolutely love them. Lots of different styles of cards these can go into from your box. This folds nice and flat, by the way. But I'm going to take you through how you can create these dimensional cards. If you know me, you know very well that I absolutely love lots of different ways that you can use them.
Oh, this one's a cracker.
Love this one, because this one, you've got your lovely... Hang on a minute. I'm just checking. You've got your lovely front, which looks beautiful, but wow.
Yes.
Pop open, an exploding scene all the way through there, which just shows you these kind of effects that you can go for. But I'm not done, Ben.
No?
Oh, no, I'm not done, because I'm going to show you how you can create this lovely one, which you're probably thinking, it's a bit weird, Debs, it's a bit weird. But it's not, because it's creating a lovely feature card. And again, you could be making more of these and creating a really nice big statements. I mean, can you imagine having 4 of those all stuck together to create a nice big scene?
Oh, I love that.
Absolutely.
You can have like the different seasons almost.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to show you how to do the one, and then you can repeat that 3 other times and create that lovely square star feature, which is just absolutely fabulous. And it does fold flat. Well, again, there you go, nice flat dimensional card. And then, of course, because they are scene builders, you can create what looks nice small card, but you can go bigger if you want to go bigger. You can add more to it. Kept it nice and simple again in the colour tones, but imagine getting creative, getting started with this gorgeous collection, and building up your scenes then. See what I did there? Build your scenes.
Well, I absolutely love everything you've just done there, all of the cards as well. So much possibility. Before we get into the hellos and have a look through this collection as well, I must just remind you that it is, yes, Gemini season. Now, the deals that we had last week are still running for a few more days, just a couple more days, but I must impress on you that you need to go to the website, click on the Gemini Gifts Galore tab, which you're seeing right there, and that will give you all of the Gemini season deals. New to the season deals today, we've got the Gemini Junior machine with free dies and embossing folders for both our UK and US customers. That is a deal to snap up right now. If you've not yet got the Junior, grab it today at an amazing price with all of those freebies as well. Plus, we've got a Gemini Junior storage bundle, and always very popular, we've got the Gemini Junior accessory collection, all of your plates and storage bag at an unbelievable price that you can see right there. Make sure you have a look at all of that. And as I say, those deals started today. on top of the deals that we've still got on the original for our UK viewers, and those mystery bags as well, Softcraft and also Papercraft mystery bags, worth over £100, over $120. You're picking them up today for £30 or $40. Those deals, though, will not last. Lots of you already commenting and saying hello. We've got Superstar Susie on the socials. Hello, Superstar Susie. Also in Pammy, say good morning again. Debbie and Ben from Central New York. Jill B is with us from Arizona. Rosalind Russell joins us from Maryland. Georgianne Curley says, hello, Ben and Debbie from Clearwater, Florida. Also the CTV family and crafty friends. We've got Erin and Georgia the Joystick in the gallery, ably assisted today by our brand new assistant producer, Willow. If you've not met Willow, check out the Crafters TV Facebook page and you will. Stephanie says, good morning. Also, hi to Robbie, who says, good morning from Alabama. I just got this set and I can't hardly wait to see the demonstrations. And Nikon, he says, waving hello and good morning from New Jersey. Hello, Ben. Hope you feel better today. Hello to Debbie. Hello to our team at the CTV studio. I am feeling a tad better today. I'm not 100%, so if you feel you want to send in some sympathy, you can, but joined by a great team today, and always feel better when the lovely Debbie Robinson is in studio. And always feel better when we bring you a brand new launch. This is the nuts and bolts of it right here. The full collection that you're going to get with your 3D scene builder stamp and dies. It's 137 elements in total, so it is a massive bundle, and wait till you see what you can achieve with all of these. Now, the best way to get everything is with the deal you're seeing on screen right now. So everyone's saving $21.97, $26.85. Platinum price is even better for you too. But if you do want to go on the dip your toe in the water bundle, you can. 2 for £50 or 2 for $60. So 4 different scenes for you, and as you can see with the beautiful butterfly borders, lots of elements here for you to be able to build those scenes up, whether you're making a Z-fold card, whether you're making like a pop-out card, whether you're going to take elements of these and create little boxes. The thing about these as well is, of course, you're going to be creating those 3D scenes, but actually there's loads here. There's nothing to stop you to create little 2D cards with these as well. You've got a lovely selection of dies to create the flowers and the little plant pots, and a lovely selection too of those stamps with some gorgeous brickwork there. You've got some woodwork and the sword grass that we were chatting about a little bit earlier on too. Then you've got your simple pleasures. This one again is absolutely gorgeous with the little girl on the swing. Build the scene up. That gateway there, of course, you can open that one up to reveal even more of the scene. Add the bushes in there, add the clouds, add the butterflies, all of the stamps to create the most perfect scenes. Then we go into the woodland. This was proving very popular individually a little bit earlier on, but once again, so many dies and elements to be working with there. Think about other dies and stamps that you can bring into this to take the scene even further, and especially with this set you can see all the different levels of dimension that you've got to put those scenes, foreground, background. You've got the moon, you've got that gorgeous stag in there as well, and once again the gate should be able to wrap around that beautiful scene. And then lastly in this set, how much fun is this? Celebrate your day. Balloons and balloon arches and presents and all those kind of things you'd expect to see at a party. Just makes me smile, that collection. £68.79 or $83.96 is the deal on that. If you want to go individually, you can, and as I say, if you want to pick up a couple, you can, 2 for $50 or 2 for $60. But my tip to you is to go for the full collection. So much you will get out of this, and as I say, wait till you see the demos that we have got coming up too. Morning to Karen Wells from Kentucky. Mary Pat says, good morning everyone from the sunny Montana. I played so hard this weekend, I can barely move or type. I'm happy to be here to see what inspiration Debbie has in store for us today. Gilmore's in. Hello Ben, Debbie, Susie Socials, wonderful Willow. And Crafty Peeps, she is wonderful. Robin Miller is in from Delaware. Rose is in from Colorado saying, welcome to the team, Willow. Willow is saying, thank you. And Georgianne says, Ben, the card you made in the craft along yesterday was beautiful. You did a great job. Well, thank you very much indeed. Aww. I'll take those kind words. And talking about great cards, you're about to see some amazing ones from the lovely Debbie. I mean, where do you even start with a collection like this?
Well, that's the thing. Well, I'm going to take you on that different kind of scenes that you can build up. So I showed you right at the beginning, this is where we're going to start with the traditional way, or the way that it was intended, how the original concept is. But then you take hold of this collection and then you create your own scenes and take it into your other styles of all the amazing card concepts that are out there. And you know what I'm talking about. Things like cube cards, cards. I've got this lovely one here. I absolutely adore this. You can take it into any kind of fold. You are creating a scene. Look how beautiful that cube card looks with all it decorated in its glory. There's so many different ways that you can use them. But I'm going to show you the traditional way or the way it was intended when our lovely Leanne and the team got together and created this fabulous collection. So to create your scene builder, you actually have got all your dies, and on here we've got lovely features. We've got the girl on the swing. Don't think that that's a holy back that she's got there. It's literally, just so you're aware, just because I want you just to show you, it's actually separate dies.
Right.
Because when I first saw it, I'm like, what on earth?
What's he got? Yeah.
And then I realised it was a butterfly, little flowers, because this one's absolutely gorgeous. There's tons of ones on there that you can get creative with. And then you've got this lovely, excuse me, I've got it again, there's tickle, Ben, let me just have a quick swig.
Oh, I hope that's not me spreading my germs. I've already got in trouble for that at home. My daughter's off school today because she's got a bit of a cough going on, so apologies. People will start talking now you're coughing. They'll be like, what have you been up to in the break?
It's all right. Honestly, it's just remnants of getting rid of the cold. It's this weather, it's so interchangeable, isn't it?
I know.
We go from one extreme to other. So you've got all your dies that are on there, and you've got a lovely feature here with a lovely archway again. The little tab that's going to create the extra little pieces for putting your extra panels, which I'm going to do on this one. You've even got this lovely one here, Ben, which is, do you know when you want to create the lovely background scene between your sky and your grass?
Oh, yeah.
This will create those lovely features. So you've even got something like that, which is a really nice little added element to that die collection. And then you've got the beautiful stamps where you'll notice that some of these, like the girl on the swing, the lovely lamppost, the clouds, the flowers, they've all got their own matching die. So you can, no fussy cutting involved. But I did say I was going to show you the way that it's been intended. So you're going to take a piece of cardstock. Now I've already pre-cut mine and pre-scored it, but I'll just explain to you very quickly. You take a piece of cardstock to create the double Z fold card, and this is just a suggestion.
Okay.
I'll put it there, a suggestion of how to get started. Nothing to stop you from going bigger if you want to, or longer if you want to, or create a double-sided one, which that last one that I showed you with the balloons is exactly what this is, but on a double-sided and just turned in. Now, literally 11 inches by 5 1/4, score it at 2 3/4 and score it at 5 1/2. And you fold it in and pop your burnish line. So let me just find my bone folder. Here we go. Give it that lovely little burnish. Fold it back and another burnish, and that's your first part of your Z fold card done. Now this next bit, the additional piece of cardstock, this next stage, this number 3 stage, it tells you to cut a piece of cardstock that measures at 11 inches, again, the same length as the first main base card, by 1 3/4. Now you're probably thinking, that's never 1 3/4, Debbie. Well, it's not. Because this is the beauty of this. Mine's actually 3/4 of an inch of a strip, because it doesn't really matter for this. It's depending on what you're decorating on, the scene that you're creating, and the background piece that you're doing as well. Now, because I'm going to have a feature of the gate die and the archway die and those boxes, the planter boxes on there, I've decided to go a little bit thinner. That's the only reason why I've done this. So it's the same length, 11 inches, but then 1 3/4, 1 1/2, 1, it's entirely up to you. Score lines in the same place, excuse me, which is 2 3/4 and 5 1/2 inches. So you've got the same fold. Fold it over, fold it back. You've got that same fold to start with. And when you're doing it onto your Z fold card, you just simply turn it around and have the long strip going across and the bottom strip. And that's where you start with your first part.
Gotcha.
I do apologise, Ben. I just don't know what's going off here, but this tickle just won't go. Do you know what I think it is?
What?
Do you remember we had the gilding flakes?
Yeah. You haven't swallowed some gilding flakes, have you?
I thought I'd cleaned them all up. And then I went down here for all my cards. Do you know when I pulled them out?
Yeah.
And I think I've inhaled some.
Oh, no.
I don't think it's your cough at all. I think the tickle that I've got going off there is my gilding flakes that I cleaned the top. Notice I cleaned the top. Cleaned my face, cleaned my hair. Forgot to clean under the counter. And as I've pulled all my cards off, all the flakes wafted up. So I think I've inhaled a couple. So
you have
a little swig.
Have a good glug. I'll just read some comments coming through. Barbara says, good morning from Buffalo, New York. Terry's in. Hello from Ohio. This collection looks fantastic. Lillian's in. Lillian Kwok. And Robbie says, I love how each set has tons of stamps and dies in them, which can be used individually or, of course, to complete a beautiful scene. Shadiah says, good morning, Lord Ben and Fab Debbie, popping in to say hi, but had a crazy night. Ooh, let us know. And also, shh. Don't tell anyone, but Diane Pullen is watching while she's at work. She says, shh, I'm watching. Shh. She says, don't tell anybody. Don't worry, we won't tell a soul. Shh. Right, Debbie, back to you.
It's quite all right. Well, secret's safe with us. It is. I won't shout your name out just because I've got a big mouth. I don't shout your name out in case your bosses are listening. I've got my scenes already created as in the background part, but we'll come back to that in a minute because we've cut the base of the card. We're going to pack that to one side. We're going to concentrate on the dies and the stamps now. So with that in mind, I am going to use some of my favourite cardstock again, and I'm going to use some of our craft card. Now, our craft card we do have on the show,
we do.
I believe.
We do?
Yes. So craft card's a wonderful cardstock. And I'm going to do this with these dies because I want to create this feature of that archway. I want a fence. And I also want... Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Oh, I know where it is.
What are you looking for?
This is the beauty of this collection.
It's in another set.
It's in another
The
set.
lamppost.
So do you know my set that I used earlier?
Yeah. Oh, the
My
chalice.
little planter.
Oh, the planter.
Where's it gone? There it is. I'm going to use my planter from my other set, my butterfly borders. How clever is that? That's the beauty of this collection. Who says you've got to keep it to the one collection?
Nobody does.
Nobody does, no, absolutely. So I'm going to pop that onto there and now die cut these pieces. So I'm just going to hold them down with some low tack tape.
If you want the craft card, by the way, bottom of your screen, it's a 150 sheet deal where you get a selection of your multi-purpose. I think you get 60, 30, 30, don't you? That doesn't add up, Ben. It's 60, 50, 40. 60, 50, 40. 150 sheets. So you get multi-purpose, black and craft card, $21.99 or $30.99 if you want to grab that selection. Always good to stock up on your craft and indeed your black and multi-purpose cardstock.
It is indeed. And craft cards was something that I never used to use. But I used to stick to white and black cardstock. And then Jan, who I may just had, can we just give a little shout out?
Oh yeah.
Birthday shout out.
Happy birthday!
Jan. It's Jan Brown's birthday today, so happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jan. Happy birthday to you.
What a lovely voice you've got.
Oh, thank you very much.
I've never heard you
thank
sing for such a long time. That was
I
lovely.
I was practicing this weekend. It was my niece's 18th birthday and I got on the karaoke.
Oh.
Sang my favourite two songs. I'm Alive by Celine Dion and what was the other one? Oh, ABBA. Thank ABBA for the music with my sister.
Ah, no
Yes.
Bucks Fizz in there. I'm surprised.
Oh no, I didn't want to inflict that on some 18-year-olds who probably haven't got a clue what Bucks Fizz are. So,
come on.
Nah, I thought I'd leave that one out. But yes, big happy birthday. Shout out to our fabulous Jan Brown. I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are.
40 today.
Oh, smooth talker. I thought you left them smooth lines for me, not for other women, you, mister. You
sorry.
watch yourself, you.
All right. Hashtag orcs.
But yeah, hope she's having a lovely day, whatever she's doing. And no doubt she's spending it with a lovely family, including their little Toby. Aww. So I must go and see her because I've not seen her in absolutely ages. And we keep missing each other.
Yeah, I know.
We just keep missing each
Like
other. I think she was here the weekend, wasn't she?
She was in on Saturday with Corinne.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I hope she's having a lovely birthday. But yes, Jan was the one that introduced me into craft card a little bit more than what I was using it. I had it, never used it, because it's not really one that I used to think was a favourite of mine until I started using it, funnily enough, and now I can't stop. So I've created a couple of little scenes there. I've got my little gate. I've actually got a couple of gates on there because I've got another one. A couple of archways as well. Depends on how many you want to do, the scenes that you want to build. I always multi-cut and multi-layer so that I've got choices when I want to build up my scenes. And there's nothing to stop you from popping the ones that you don't use back into your box or your packaging once you've decided on what you're going to use. So I've got some scenes going off there. So the next thing is the stamps. So we're going to bring in the stamps. Now, rather than me stamp everything out and colour everything in, I could spend quite a bit of time doing this, Ben. So we're going to speed that process up a little bit because what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our image. Now, I want you to remember whatever medium you are colouring in with, and I've gone with the girl on the swing here, and she's super cute.
She's super cute.
Yeah, absolutely super, super cute. You can take your colouring mediums. Just remember when you're using things like your alcohol inks to make sure you've got the correct ink pad. So obviously alcohol pen matches our tri-blend pen. As my dad would say, an idiot-proof way of remembering how to do that because it's there on the tin for you. If you are using anything water-based, then switch to the other one as well. So that's the kind of thing that you can do. But then, Ben, rather than getting your fussy cut scissors, you've actually got a die that does it for you.
Oh yeah, easy
because
peasy.
you stamp,
Yeah.
then you would colour, and then you would place that, and it's positioned perfectly to fit over that image to then create, and I'm just going to bring her in so you can see it. There she goes, your beautiful girl on the swing. I've not had to do any fussy cutting whatsoever. I just had the enjoyment of colouring in,
Yeah.
and I just used 2 colours. I used our dusty purple blend and our gold brown blend to create that, and that's as little as colour as all I use for that, apart from the exception of the fair skin blend on her hands and just on her legs.
Perfect.
Because they are absolutely beautiful, these. And again, like I said, make it as simple as or hard as you want. But I've got that one sorted, Ben. I'm going to move that one out of the way. And I wanted to speed this little bit up for you to show you. I've got other stamps in this collection. Can you see these lovely solid ones?
Yes.
The solid ones are the little, I call them the little butterflies. Let's come in closer because I've got a cloud in there as well. I've got some butterflies that I've stamped
cute.
and not had to fussy cut because guess what? They've got a
You've got little
die.
dies for them.
They have.
Boom.
Your clouds, your solid butterflies, and then including on this one, the lovely lamp post, exactly the same. And I'll just bring it in again just to show you. I've stamped it with our quick dry inks. You could use opaque pigment ink pads as well and add your clear embossing to heat emboss them. It's entirely up to you. Give it a totally different finish as well. I'm just going to add a little bit of a light in there though, because I like that idea of having, let's have a gold yellow blend for this.
That would look lovely, wouldn't it, with a bit of the, like you say, embossing powder on there to give it that sort of almost like a metallic finish. It'd be lovely.
That would look beautiful. But again, you're not having to fussy cut anything. Could you imagine trying to fussy cut that out?
No.
Whoo, no thank you.
No, thank you.
No thank you. I want to do it easy, and that's exactly what we've created for you, because we've created the lovely die that fits around it perfectly. So let's give a little bit of dimension to our old-fashioned lamp, I'm going to call it.
It's like one of the old ones, the ones that used to go and light, isn't it?
Yes.
Back in the day, the old lamp lighters.
Yes, absolutely. But isn't it gorgeous?
It
really
is.
lovely.
Very
So
pretty.
just going to colour that up slightly because I wanted a little bit of colour to it. But any colouring medium, like I said, this is when you're just going to get lost in your own creativity with this. And like I said, you've got the die to then fussy to not have to fussy cut around it because it fits over the image absolutely perfectly. So when you've got all those bits ready and you've done all your die cutting and you've done all your colouring, we've now got, and if I just put them all on there, so you can see them. We've got all our little images, and I've kept this really simple. I could have added flowers. If you did catch me over the shows over Hobby Maker at the weekend, I actually used tons on this collection. I think I went a little bit OTT. So I decided to strip it back a little bit on this one and keep it very, very simple. But I've got all my things now ready to put together with our card base. So with that in mind, I've missed one element. Let me come back. Let me come back. And I'm just going to chuck everything on there so you can see what I mean. In each one of your kits, you are going to get one of these. So if you're going for the whole kit, you'll get 4 of these.
Yep.
Which means, especially if you're multi-layering panels in, you can do them all in one cut,
Work quicker.
one pass of your machine. But they will cut out other things, not just cardstock, but they'll cut things out like heavyweight acetate, which is very, I'll just pop it on my hand so you can see it. So our heavyweight acetate, this will give you that floating element, that see-through element on your layers, on your panels, and creates that bit of dimension. And on there are little, I'm going to call them as they are, the little flaps there.
Yep, little flaps, little tabs.
Yep, flaps, tabs, whatever you want to call them. And they're the ones that you actually run your glue on, chosen glue, tape pen, red liner tape, because that's the bit that we're going to stick together. But we're going to bring all this card in first. So, card base. I've chosen some pastel colours for this one. And Debbie's tried, oh yeah, I thought it were. Whoops.
You're right.
Yeah, I've just realised which paper pad it's from. Can we not mention it because it's gone?
Oh, it's gone. Which? I never saw that collection.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I think
Ben,
it launched whilst I was on holiday.
Yeah, I launched it and the paper pad.
Oh,
I've never seen a paper pad like it in my life.
Well,
I'm not going to tease you.
no, I can see why that's gone.
Yes. Faye Paper, do we call her? Is that her nickname?
No, Paper Pad.
Paper Pad, thank you very much.
Faye Per Pad.
Per Pad.
Yes.
Wonderful
Done a cracking job there, hasn't she?
Oh my days. When I say I got excited about a launch, dear Lord, I got excited. That Owen Bed collection, possibly one of my favourites. Just absolutely stunning. And the papers, ooh la la. If you did get hold of them, you lucky, lucky devils, you. Right, so I'm just going to put that on there, but you can use anything. I tell you why I chose this. It's got that lovely sky kind of thing going off in the background, which is why I chose this one.
Looks like a clearing sky, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's got lovely, and I'm going to put them on across all of the panels like so. So just going to pop my glue on the back.
Whilst you're sticking, Christine Mahoney's joined us. Fran Kunath is with us from Maryland. Marilyn P says, good morning from sunny New Jersey. Ben looking as dapper as ever, says Marilyn. Thank you. One tries. I've got a new shiny waistcoat on today. It wasn't shiny when I first picked it up, though. It's now shiny because Debbie covered me in gilding flakes. I do actually quite like it, though. Well, it's probably more me, actually. And lots of you said happy birthday to Jan. Just also a few happy birthdays. Peg Conrad has got a big birthday tomorrow. She says it's a big one. I've been around a while, lol. And Lisa Glenn says it's my birthday too. Glad I shared the date with some special people. Well, happy birthday to you,
and happy birthday, Lisa. I hope you got home safely after your cruise, or are you still on your cruise?
On a cruise?
Yeah, Lisa Glenn is the lady who, do you know the chocolatey sweets that came across to us? Do you remember the chocolate? Perhaps you didn't get them because, do you know, our lovely George Aiken, not George, gorgeous George of the joystick, although I think he did have his hands in them. Sorry there, George.
I don't know what you're talking about now.
The chocolates, the American chocolates. Thank you, producer Eric. Yes.
The American chocolates.
Lisa's the lady responsible for that because I actually got to meet her in physical person because she was over at the Chesterfield store when Sarah launched a book, and I met Lisa there.
Oh,
yeah,
fine.
So happy birthday. Did you say for today or tomorrow?
It's Lisa's birthday today, Peg's birthday tomorrow.
Peg or Meg?
Peg.
Peg.
Yeah.
Happy birthday for your big birthday. 21 years young, isn't it, Peg?
That is right, that's what I thought. Peg, big birthday tomorrow. Yeah,
Absolutely. Right, so we've got my background scene going off. What we're going to do now is add on our front part. And again, like I said, it's just the opposite end of the fold. So you can see the two folds. You fold it in and on itself to create that lovely Z fold. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape just onto this angle first. And I'm going to line it across the bottom of the card, like so.
Eileen's joined us from Puerto Rico. Rosin from Delaware. Marcia says good morning from Pennsylvania. Lots of people loving your voice as well today, Debbie. Lots of people enjoyed your little rendition of Happy Birthday.
Oh, I'm thinking my voice hasn't changed.
No, you're singing.
My singing voice.
Maybe we'll have to get some like crafty karaoke going and have like a little karaoke you did in the studio.
I love singing, let me tell you. I could literally sing all the way through a show. My granddaughter doesn't like me singing for some reason. She always tells me to shut up.
Really?
Shut up, Nana, and she puts her hand over. She doesn't like me singing. She likes to listen to it. She likes to appreciate music. She doesn't want you singing with her. Whereas my grandson, he's like this. This is his dancing. That's what he does. He just pops up and down. He loves it, and it does look like he's, flicking that one. Yeah, that.
What does he do?
That's what he does. You know the squeaky records when you do the turntables.
Yeah.
What?
The turntables.
Yeah, my cousin does that. My cousin Craig. Oops.
Craig.
Wrong cousin. What am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing. I was complimenting on your singing, and now all of a sudden you become a DJ. DJ Debbie in the house.
Could you imagine? DJ, I can't even say it.
Let me say it.
DJ, stop saying it. DJ Debbie in the house, or in the house.
In the house with DJ Debbie.
In the house, let's get it right.
Yeah.
Right, let's go back to that building scene and create these gorgeous things. Now, we've got all of it put together, and we've got this lovely Z-fold car coming up, and this is now when you're going to get creative. However, I'm going to pop on first, and you're probably thinking, well, that's going to be too big, isn't it? Well, no, because I've got some little hidden features that I'm going to do, so I'm going to pop those onto the front first. I'm going to bring in one of my... I'm going to keep them plain this time. Last time I added a little bit of dimension by adding the inks to them. I'm going to keep them nice and plain, and we're going to start to build up our scenes, Ben. So a bit of tape pen just onto the back, like so, and start to layer. And I'm covering that up, and that's the reason why I chose a slightly thinner version than here, because I wanted to create this illusion that it looked like it was floating across the card. So I'm then going to pop on one of my gates. So I've got my gates, and that's going to line up at the side of it. So we'll just pop that going across the bottom there.
Does that one have like a... Is it designed to open, or do you... Because on one of the cards
do you know if you want to open it?
Or do you just cut it?
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, I'll show you now. What you're going to do is you're just going to cut it. And that's all you'll do. If you want to add that open feature, that's how you would do it, and pop that open, that where it opens up.
Gotcha.
I want a solid one for this one. So I'm going to pop my solid one on. A good job I cut a second one, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah,
So
I didn't mean for you to cut it. I was just
it's
asking.
okay, it's all right. We can show you these things.
Yeah.
So you can see it's starting to build up again. So what I'm going to do now is add on my, I'm going to call it a goalpost then, but it's not a goalpost at all. What's
No,
it? Thank you very
goalpost,
much.
is it?
It's a archway.
Archway.
Archway. An archway, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that onto there as well.
Goalpost.
Hey, now it'd be a funny looking goalpost, wouldn't it? If
Could be a croquet hoop.
Oh yeah, quite like that. I do.
Like a bit of croquet. I don't play that in years.
Croquet. Do you play croquet?
I don't play croquet, but I have played it, at garden parties and stuff.
Oh. I'm going to tuck it behind my fence.
Used to have a lady in our village who had a croquet lawn in her back garden, and she used to have a lovely garden, and she used to have like an open day where everyone could come into her garden and pay a bit of money, and she'd give money to charity.
Oh my goodness!
So very posh, and it's a lovely, lovely house. Oh. And the lady was called Hetty.
She was called what? Sorry.
She was very, very.
What was she called?
Hetty.
Pesky.
No, not pesky. Hetty.
Oh, Hetty.
Hetty.
Oh my.
I was just saying it in a posh voice because they were lovely, lovely people.
Oh.
Yes, croquet pitch in their back garden.
But you're a northern boy now.
I am. Why like?
Yeah, you're a northern boy now. Why man?
Why man?
I still can't speak like I listen to Sarah all the time and Leanne, and I just can't get that twang right at all. Why? Yeah, what should you call them? Pet?
Why pet like?
Why pet
Why
like? I love it. I love how she's. Honestly, I wish I could do accents, but I can't. I'll leave that to you. I'll get creative.
Exactly.
So what I've done is I've popped her behind, so it looks like she's swinging through the archway there.
Yeah,
just look how gorgeous, building those scenes up. And then we're going to come across to this side. So that other little planter box, I'm going to pop across to this side, like so. So let's pop our... do you know the lovely feature with this as well, Ben, is there's some nice embossed detail of the bark that's on. Now, when you use your inks are going to lift that up. Sorry there, Ben, because we're struggling to see.
No, I was just having...
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I've got...
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Debbie's taking it out of George's shop.
There you go.
Shop. There you can see it, that lovely bark.
Yeah.
Put your inks, your gilding waxes, things like that onto the top, really make it pop.
Really?
However, I wanted to just keep it... I did say I was staying plain and simple with the first demo. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm a woman of my words. There we go. Pop that on. You see starting to come together again, Ben?
Yeah.
So we're going to bring in the next two factors, which is our gorgeous light lamp.
Can I put it out there now whilst you're just sticking this down?
Yes.
Because Erin has said it a couple of times, and I think it's a good shout, actually. So this is like a super cute card, right? The girl on the swing. Could be, whatever season. But Erin keeps saying she thinks like the girl on the swing would be pretty good for like a creepy Halloween card as well.
Oh.
If you did like Halloween colours in the background with that lantern as well. You know what? Maybe do some dark clouds in the sky instead.
Yeah.
The little girl on the swing.
How amazing is that?
360-degree head,
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm popping this in, if you were using the 1 3/4 inch where you could just simply stick it in and it tucks away around the back. Now, I am just going to chop a little bit of this off because when I add it on, I don't want it to be stuck up at the side because where I'm going to position it, in fact, I'll hold it there so I can show you, but I'm going to position it into there, can you just see that, George? I don't know if I tilt it there. It's difficult with it being acetate, but there you go. So I'm going to put glue down one side, but I'm going to chop off just a little bit. I'll just have a little bit of an anchor. I'm going to chop off the other bit, and I'm just showing you how you can do this where it doesn't, the tab doesn't sit when you've got it folded overhanging in this middle part here, like so. So that's what I'm talking about when I do that. However, I'm just going to put those in, those pieces in, and I'm just going to stick that back down both sides.
Lisa's not left on her cruise yet, by the way. She said she leaves on May the 29th.
Oh, lucky devil. Lucky devil. That's not that far away.
2 weeks
actually.
away.
I was just about to say, because it's my granddaughter's 4th birthday is on the 30th, so she'll be on there by then, won't she?
What, your granddaughter's going on the cruise as well?
Oh, no, she's 4. No, we're going on a bouncy castle. We're going on a bouncy castle, that's what we're doing. I've hired a big, super themed Avengers, she's like...
Yes, so
she's obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-year-old. Most girls are into, like...
Princesses and...
Yeah, princesses, Frozen and all those
fairies.
kind of things.
Yeah.
Not Sapphire.
No.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Thor.
Didn't you go to a princess party dressed as Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah, she does it all the time, fancy dress and things like that. That's exactly what she does. God love her.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Why
she's
not?
totally obsessed. So yeah, I've got her a big Avengers themed.
Are you going to go on it?
No,
No.
I leave the bouncing for other people.
Okay.
If I bounce, other things bounce with me. And that's not going to happen when we get on a bouncy castle. So no, I leave that for the other adults in Sapphire's life. No, Nanan's not going to be doing any bouncing other than I'll probably be bouncing around, giving all, lots of food and drink out to everybody.
Bouncing around in
I'll be the
other ways.
hostess with the mostess.
Yes.
And there you go. That's how you create that. And again, because it's in acetate, it's see-through. Look, you see it. You can just see it there. But it gives it a lovely see-through element where I can then stick that on, and whether I put it at the front or the back, it doesn't matter because it's got that see-through element. So I am going to add that in.
Would you be surprised to learn that these are absolutely flying out of the door at the minute?
No, because they're such good fun. They are absolutely fabulous, utterly fabulous to create your own scenes. I'm just going to position that into place. Perfect. So you can see now it coming together, creating that lovely scene. Look, have I got him on wonky?
A little bit wonky,
oh,
but
dear me, my
right.
eyes. Let's get it straight. I'm going to go in. Oh, how have I got that mixed up there? Get away. Right, there we go. I think that's nice and straight now. Does that look straight, Ben?
straight. Yes, it does.
Yay!
Yes, it does. Yeah.
There you go. So once you're happy with it, secure it down, and then all I'm going to do, and I did say I was going to keep it plain and simple, and I'm not going to put any sentiments on my cards, Ben, because I'm just going to debate who or what occasion I would be sending this for. So again, I'm just going to pop on a little butterfly. I could be using my 3D collage glue with this, but I'm going to keep it, like I said, plain, simple, and it just looks fabulous when you get these scenes built together. And like I said, you can go as simple or as detailed as you want to create that beautiful scene. And there you go. I just thought, what's his producer Erin doing?
Producer Erin cannot get out of her mind that she's going to use this for a Halloween card, and she's just so you put the butterflies in there. She's going, oh, I'll put bats in the background of mine and some ghosts. But just goes to show that you can build a scene with this collection for whatever event.
You can indeed.
Whoever
you
you
can
want,
create your own scenes.
Wherever your imagination takes you, right?
Exactly. And I'm just going to put my other fencing round there because I quite like the idea of having. Quite like the idea of having a little bit more to it. So there you go. But yeah, this is the fun part of them. You can create whatever it is that you want to create. I'm just going to stick that back down, Ben, because it's decided to come off. There we go. You can literally create what it is that you want to create. And that lovely scene, that lovely wow factor, that pop-out factor. And your little lamp there looks like it's floating mid-air, but it's actually not because it's secured down with some acetate.
That is super duper gorgeous. And do you know what? I know why this is flying, because you kind of see in your mind's eye the value for money that you're getting and all of the elements that you get. But it's when you see how these are put together, when you see the cards that Debbie makes, that's when the light bulb moment happens, and that's when you start to get these collections. Loads of you loving these. Mary Pat says, the little girl on the swing reminds me of my youngest granddaughter who loves to swing. It would be perfect for her birthday card this year. Absolutely. Rose says, oh, Ben, want to say how much I enjoyed your chat with Sarah on Friday. What a cracking good time. I enjoyed it as well. It was a super duper time, and hopefully if you were watching, you enjoyed it as well. And just generally, lots of love coming in for this brand new collection. I'll quickly show you once again everything that you're going to get. Mary Rena just saying, this is so adorable, Debbie. You'll get all 4 of these collections if you go for the main bundle, which the majority of you are doing right now. We're really busy for this. This is Simple Pleasure. So this is the set which Debbie used just a few moments ago for the swing and the lantern. You've got that gate in there, the archway in there too, and then lots of other individual elements. That's the die there, of course, that you'll get 4 times over if you go for the bundle to create the layers so you can build up those scenes. But so many stamps, so many dies. And as you can see, for the majority of the stamps, you've got the dies to be able to cut those creations out, so there's no fussy cutting needed here. Then you've got your butterfly borders. This again, beautiful. I love the fact that we've given you on this sort of archway here and on the trellis there, the ability for you to be able to create your own little floral patterns. I think that's going to look absolutely beautiful. Lovely, lovely detail here. Butterflies, you've got dragonflies. You've got the stamps here as well with the textures. So you've got the brickwork and the woodwork going on there too. You've also got, oh, I thought that one was a dragonfly. Is that not? Oh, no, you're right. 4 butterflies. I thought that one looked a bit more dragonfly upside down, but no, you're right, Erin. You're right. Good job you're here. 4 butterflies, no dragonflies, but you do get some sword grass. And again, great for kind of giving you that dimension on the demo earlier on, Debbie popping that onto the Z-fold element of the card to create the foreground and background. This one's been proving popular as well, the Woodland Beauty with trees and the deers. And again, yes, you've got, this one I think really does show off the perspective idea of the 3D scene builders here, because you've got the different sized trees, you've got the different sort of sized forest there to give you the foreground and the background, so you can really begin to build up all of the scenes within your projects. And this one here, I mean, is just all about the celebration with the balloon arches and the presents and the cake going on there as well. Just a really fun way for you to be able to build up that scene. I think with this as well, plenty of pop-up elements, using that acetate to create the floating balloons going up there, to hang the bunting onto your particular project as well. It's just so much fun. If you can go for the full collection like the majority of you are, do it today. If you can't go for the full collection, you can go individually, or lots of you going on the 2 for £50 or $60 deal. So that's 2 for 40 or 2 for 40, 50 or 2 for 60. I'm trying to work out the platinum though. 40 or 48. That's correct, isn't it? Yeah. But if you can stretch to it, that's the one you want to go for. 68.79 or 83.96. Pammy says, producer Erin. I would colour the girl to look like oh, this is brilliant. I would colour the girl to look like Tuesday Adams. Wasn't it Wednesday Adams?
Is it Wednesday Adams?
I think it's Wednesday, but I know who you mean. Make the background grey and gloomy, add some cobwebs, bats, pumpkins, perfect Halloween card. You and Pammy, Erin. Producer Erin has just said, well done, Pam. Yeah, great minds. Oh, Rose says, producer Erin, you're getting loads of messages today. I was thinking the same thing about the bats as soon as Debbie put the butterflies on. You could also put a scary house and some tombstones on it. You guys are all thinking of the same sort of scary hymn sheet here, aren't you? Beth below said, super adorable. And Jane saying, ooh, I saw Debbie demoing these at my hobby maker yesterday. I love them. Get them from us today. You will not be disappointed. If you're going to be making these sort of projects, by the way, you may need some more paper, some more cardstock. This is a fantastic deal, because you're buying 2, you're getting 1 free. First up, your 50 sheets of, well, all colours really, your Everyday Brights, I think it was called that, 180 GSM. So you've got your whites and your blacks, but then we go through all of the colours. Yes, you see, if you're thinking down the same line as producer Erin, you've got your black there for your bats, for Halloween, you've got your white there for the ghosts. I mean, seriously, it's all in here. But you can see as you go through all the different colours, all double-sided, 180 GSM. Yeah, you've got some sort of orange in there as well for your pumpkins. You're well away. So if you're using producer Erin's idea and creating scary Halloween cards with your 3D scene builders, you'll need this. 50 sheets there. Then you're also getting 36 sheets. Oh, this is a new one. Can I flick it from there? Hang on. There we go. I don't want to open it up because Tracy might tell me off. This is your pastels in that textured cardstock, 230 GSM here, so slightly thicker. And it's got that lovely sort of linen effect to it as well. Really, really lovely colours in here. Nice for your sort of springtime, summertime makes, and as I say, nice weight of cardstock there too, which complements very, very nicely indeed with your bright. So you've got all those colours once again, but obviously a little bit brighter through there. So plenty of matting and layering opportunities for you, and again, plenty of cardstock. 36 sheets, double-sided, and it works out on a buy 2, get the third for free. £31.98. or $39.92 if you are a Platinum member shopping in the US. Acetate would be a good win today as well, because again, if you're wanting to create that floating element on your 3D scene builders, you'll need acetate, heavyweight acetate preferably. Well, wouldn't you know it, we've got it on the show. 75 sheets, so you get 3 packs of 25. Great deal as well today with a 15% saving for everybody. That is £16.30 Platinum, or $20.30. Who's ordering then? Let us know. What have you gone for? Let us know if you've gone for the full collection. Carletta has, because I've ordered the full set. These are lovely. And Terry says on Facebook, now that's my kind of balloon arch. I made a real one for prom and my hand smelled of balloons for days. Not a great smell, that is it. But listen, if you want to get yours, we're going to give you opportunity now to check. It's 45 minutes into the show.
I know.
Where's the time gone? Let's give you time to check out your baskets. We will come back with more inspiration and demonstration after you've seen some more information on, I think first up, a quick buy, which is the fabric cutter.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours. I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. I'm not singing. Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up. I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
We are so busy for this. You guys are absolutely loving this collection, and we're so super pleased that you're seeing the the reasons to jump in and grab this and why you'll be using this day after day after day. Mumful Boys has joined us saying, good morning everyone, sorry I'm late. Let's get crafty. Oh, we'll continue to be crafty, don't you worry about that. Laurie says, hello for everyone from Wisconsin. And just generally, you guys are absolutely loving all of the demos on the show so far. Let's have another one, I think, shall we? And I think, just looking at the other side of the studio, is this going to be the demo to show us how to make the little scene changer card?
Yeah, I thought because time, I can't believe time just literally runs away with us in here. And please remember that I do a lot of prep at home and things like the colouring and the stamping and things like that. But I want to show you different concepts of cards that you can do to create these. So we'll do a little bit of stamping and things like that, but I'm going to show you how you can create this. Now this is a feature that actually folds up nice and flat, so you can have it quite flat if you want to. But it's also a lovely card that gives you the ability to create scenes, really quite striking scenes as well. And this is one that you could actually repeat 4 times.
Yeah.
Whether it be the same scene or whether you choose different ones as well, and then create a little bit of a card, concept card that goes all the way around. Stick all the panels together. You stick one on that side, and you can create a nice little, almost like a star card. But like I said, it will fold nice and flat as well. The difference being that if you're going to use about, 4 different panels, it might be a bit more tricky to fold, but give it a go, give it a try.
Why not?
See what it is that you can create with it. So with that in mind, I'm going to start with the dimensions first. Now I have, like I said, I've done a lot of prep. I've already cut and stamped quite a few of those factors out because I am going to use one of my favourite sets in this, which is the beautiful Woodland Beauty. I think of masculine cards when I see this one, and I just think there's lots of things that you can do with it. And from that same style of that double Z fold card is exactly what you could do if you wanted to. But I'm showing you all the different ways that you can create and build up your scenes. Now on this one, we've got a lot on here as well. So I'm going to start with the stamps because the stamps are absolutely beautiful. You've got a very big open stamp there where you can colour in using your colouring mediums, and then that bark. But then on this one, we've got a lot of silhouette ones. So if you love silhouette stamping, these are going to be right up your street.
Yeah.
And you can use things like your quick dries again, or your pigment opaque. Start again. Pigment opaque. Opaque pigment ink pads.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Opaque pigment ink pad, which you can then heat set as well, so you can heat emboss with those. So there's a nice little feature of stamps on there. And on here, again, there's elements in there that you can use to create that double Z fold with the little panels. I'm not going to be using this panel this time because I'm going to show you a different way that you can create it. But the stamp with the bark, you've got its own die. You've got a moon one in here to create an extra moon. You've got a lovely set of trees that are different to the stamp, so it's going to cut out your solids. And by that, I mean things like take your black cardstock, Ben, run it through, and you can create a lovely little silhouette scene there going off with your backgrounds. You've got a gate on here as well. Again, looks beautiful if you wrap it around that double Z fold card. And then you've also got, look at all this, there's tons on here, absolutely tons. You've got leaves, you've got branches, you've got trees, which actually fit around these stamps. So no fussy cutting, you just stamp your silhouette and die cut. The same with a large tree. You've got your lovely stag there, so you're not even having to fussy cut your stag. You've got mushrooms, and you've even got a little set on here that's got stars.
Oh,
I mean,
cute.
this is jam-packed full of detailed dies and then stamps as well. So I'm going to come back to those in a moment, because what I'm going to give you are the dimensions of the card that I was just talking about. Now, I've taken some of our Centura Pearl, and I've gone with A3 for this particular design, only because I needed it to be 11 inches by 11 inches. And when you've done your 11 inches by 11 inches, I'm going to show you how you do your scoring, because you're going to score it in, and if you think about the halfway mark of 11 inches, 5.5 inches down, rotate it, score it at 5.5 inches down, and rotate it. The only one that I want you to put in is one score line, is in one of your corners. So if I just bring in my scoreboard for a second and pop it on there to show you, you might be able to see it a little bit better. Is once you've got your score lines into place, you're going to turn it onto, and I always pop it at the bottom as well as the top, pop it onto there, but just take it on the diagonal, so like your diamond shape. If you think about this now, it's your diamond shape. Take it from that top line down to the centre only, and that creates that little piece that will fold over and create that front flap. But you do need to remove, can you see this bottom corner? I've removed the bottom corner, taken my scissors and gone across, come out a little bit, created myself a little flap, because I want it to tuck somewhere. It needs to tuck behind. If I just bring it up for you a second, it needs to tuck behind there, like so. So just create yourself a little feature with your scissors, and that creates that flap. So that's how you create from your A3 piece of cardstock, 11 inches by 11 inches, score at 5.5, turn it 5.5 again, one part of the diagonal, and then take away that bottom square, because that then will fold together, will sit underneath there and fold flat. So that's how easy it is to do that particular pop-out feature, and you can see that. Before we stick it together though, Ben, I want to pop on some panels for this. And I've already done my panels using some textured cardstock, and we're going to pop it onto both of those, because when you think about where it's closing, that's going to be the base.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I've literally, if you think about this think about these squares, they're 5.5 inches. Let me just make sure I'm giving you the right information. Yeah, 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So I've come down a quarter of an increment and then cut it in half. So that piece there actually started life as a square of 5.25 by 5.25, snipped it in half, and it fits perfectly into those panels like so. So I'm going to layer those down, because we're starting to build that scene.
Barbara's bought the woodland set, so this is the one that I bought. And Jean says, I bought this set. I love the woodland one too. I think we were saying earlier it was the most popular individually, but then did the birthday one take over? Or the others are catching up, but the woodland one's still the most popular individually. Majority of you, though, have bought the full collection, which is £68.79, $83.96. Must say hello to Claudia, who's joined us from Indiana, and also to Terry, who says, the tree with the stump takes my mind back to the book The Giving Tree.
Oh, yes, I like that.
I don't know that one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, I've done exactly the same here. In fact, I'll tell you how I've created this background. Water reactive ink pads. And it literally is just a couple of the blues and the pine tree.
Pine tree green.
Pine tree green, thank you very much, yes. And I've just literally popped that on to create a little background scene and give it that sky along with the grass. Again, it'll take too much time and I want to try and cram in lots of different things. So that's how you would do it. You've probably seen us do these loads of times. Get creative with them, use your ink pads or simply use your paper pads that you have in your collection. You could create that quite easily with your paper pads. So I'm just going to put those on, and again it's just cutting it down to 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch. It depends on what you want to do, the matte layer that you want to create. I think if I remember rightly I did 1/2 an inch with this one, not 1/4 of an inch, because I wanted a little bit of dimension, like a bit of a framing around the outside.
It looks a little bit bigger than normal.
Yeah, so it's a 5, so this is a 5.5, this is 5.
5, yeah.
Yep, so, and in fact, yes it is, Debbie, yes it is. I've been playing with it, I've had my set now for a good couple of weeks. I've been having a good old play with them. Because I've had to create quite a few demos with them, as you would, having them on 2 launches.
That's it. Oh,
So-
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I took them down to Hobby Maker
Maker
yesterday.
yesterday.
Absolutely loved them down there as well. I was so excited to get up here though and show you what they look like here. Now, this is when we're going to stick our flap down. So this now sticks together and then it creates that dimensional square. But again, like I said, we'll fold flat. So I'm just going to pop my tape just underneath.
Reminds me a little bit of the construction of that. Reminds me of those, the little, what's the name of it? The box that opens up.
Yeah.
Like the other one, I mean, don't you? You take the lid off and it goes...
Oh, they explode it. Yes,
It's that
absolutely.
Same kind of thing, isn't it?
It is. Now, Debbie's done a little faux pas because she's put a tape on the wrong bit. Like a daft devil that I am. I meant to put it on the inside, not the outside, but I wonder if I can get away with it. Yeah, I think I can.
So you could probably do that as well, couldn't you? So I'm just thinking a bit here now. You could probably make a scene in the box, couldn't you? Would that work?
Yeah,
And
of
as
course
it
you
opened
can.
up, it would create a
Yeah,
little
of
scene.
course you can. Now, when you're doing yours at home, please put your flap on the at the outside, not the inside.
Yes.
But it hasn't affected it, Ben. It's still closing. Thank goodness I used all-purpose Collal glue
'Cause it gives you a bit of
rather
time.
than a red liner tape. I want to be able to get it up.
No chance.
Yep, so that's why, that is why I do use this glue ever such a lot. So, disaster averted. Oh dear, and that's the first part of our scene done, and then we're going to start now with some extra panels because I want what I call like a little front panels that are going to sit in on the inside, so like an inside panel and an outside panel for me to put on the inside. Now I'll give you the measurements for these because these started live with our multi-purpose cardstock, 6 inches by 1.5 inches for the longest piece, and then 3.5 inches by 1.5 inches, and just scored in at 1/2 inch and the centre of there to create that panel. And by that, I'll give you those measurements again. For the 6 by 1.5, you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, score it at 3 inch, and then score it at the 5.5 inch mark. I've actually used our tape, not tape.
Not tape.
Our ink pads again to create my panel to colour them in because I want it to sit inside like so.
Oh, okay.
And you see it's going to sit there, and that's going to be the outer one and that's going to be the inner one. And again, all I've done is scored this one at 1/2 inch either side, and that's just to create the panels that are going to then sit in. But we're going to decorate those up. So we're going to take these 2 pieces, I'll move my square ones to one side. I might put these measurements on the Facebook group for you so that you can, so that you can see what you can do with them. So I'm going to bring in a couple of the stamps. Now those silhouette stamps I've used. Where did I put it? Because I was going to stamp these out. Oh, Debbie. I had it at the side of me a second ago. The Pine Tree Quick Dry Ink Pad, because I was going to stamp it out and die cut it. Don't ask. I had it at the side of me. I've probably...
It's not... What's that there?
Where?
Underneath it?
No, that one's not. No. That's my seal brown.
Pine tree.
Oh!
Ah, to the left, to the left.
To the left, to the left. Got grasshopper and pine... grasshopper and pine tree to stamp, and then use those dies to cut out as well, because like I said, they're just glorious to work with, and you'll just get really creative with them. But I'm going to pop on the centre panels, I'm going to pop on my little trees, and I'm going to decorate these before I actually stick them in. You can stick your panels in and then do this, but I want to get a little bit of the dimension going with this. So I'm going to pop one, use my tape pen again, pop just a little bit of glue onto the foreground one, and then pop one and place it a little bit higher. So place that a little bit higher, and you can create this. Do you know, we're going to be doing a craft along project, so I know I've done a lot of these bits already pre-done. However, we will be doing a craft along project with this, so we will take you through time, you know, real-time crafting with our award-winning craft along.
Award-winning indeed. Do you know a date for that?
I reckon this will be
about 2 weeks down the line, is it?
I'm going to say probably June, towards the end of June maybe. We've got our June schedules now, but we just don't know what the shows are just yet. But keep your eyes peeled is all I'm going to say. Now the next panel I'm going to decorate is the outer one. So I've got myself my stag, and I've used the grass stamp. Can you see this little grass stamp? I've used the grass stamp to create this using the same colour, the pine tree, and just placed it across the bottom like so. And like I said, when we do the craft along, you're going to get to see this in more in-depth detail. So I've got that bit done, and I've also cut out, using that beautiful mushrooms.
Yes.
I've got a couple of those on there. I've got some leaves, so let me bring in my leaves, because I've cut some leaves out as well. So I've got a few leaves that we're going to decorate up with as well.
Okay.
And we're going to put the stag on. So first things first, looking for my little glue, Ben. Just let me go and grab, yeah, I've got it. Here we go.
Craft along, I'm being told it's going to be the last week in June.
Oh, has producer Erin found out for us?
Saying it looks like it'll be the
Fabulous.
27th of June is what we're thinking.
Now, when I'm popping me scenes on here, Ben, I'm not going to put anything on this corner bit because I don't want to create a little bit of, you know, falling off or anything like that. So I'm going to stick them within the panels. So we're going to just take my glue, and I'm going to start to build this up. And this is the beautiful thing about these.
Whilst you're sticking, Pammy says, I love that background, Debbie. Sensational Sky says, the background is awesome. I wish it really looked like that outside. Yeah.
Me too.
It's not great out there today. I tell you what, better off sitting in watching us today. Now, Suzanne Dawn says, I wish I hadn't gone over my limit last week. Crafter's Companion, you make it so hard to behave.
No, I know.
If you go over your limit a little bit, doesn't really matter, does it? You just get one set. No one's going to... We won't tell anyone, Suzanne.
And that's the thing. If it's only one set you can go for today, you're going to still get creative. You're going to be able to create lots of different scenes as well. Because of this craftability with them, they just are absolutely, honestly, fabulous.
Well, Laurie Barnett says this has to be one of the best scene builder sets ever.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
The world.
Totally agree with you. When I first saw them, I was blown away with how much there was on this set. I couldn't get over that, Ben. I'm not going to lie. It was just absolutely... it blew me away, the amount that we were popping on here. Not just with the stamps, but all the dies that we popped in there as well. And that really... blew my mind. I'm not going to lie. And then when I saw the design team work, oh my God, it's not hard to get creative with these whatsoever. No. And you can see already that starting to build up that scene, which is going to be added in. However, I need to add scenes going off in the background as well. Now it depends on how you want to do this, but I'm gonna fetch in, if I may, Ben, because I have actually. Rather than, and I'll try and speed it up because we're going into the second hour already. But this one that I did, I used the big tree stamp, and I didn't die cut it out. I coloured it in with our tri-blend pens, and created myself some more mushrooms. I've used the star dies to pop in the background as well. And then just use some more of the dies and the trees again and the stump, and literally just built up this scene. Now I'm going to remember to put my flap in the right place this time.
Oh yeah, stick it in the right
Remember,
place.
Debbie, on the inside.
Come on.
Because it's going to stick on that side. Yes, get it right, Debbie, get it right. And I'll show you how you can put these two together in a moment, because we could create a beautiful full scene with those as well. So, Debbie, concentrate. Right side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, the right side, Debbie, concentrate. Pop it in, pop it under, pop it together,
Beautiful.
done and dusted.
Yeah.
Phew! So we've got now, and I'll just turn it there so you can see it, the inside seam.
What's on
already
the
put
on the
together.
floor? Is that little leaves?
Yeah, I've just put leaves.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I've just scattered them around.
Yeah.
And because on the other side, I am actually going to put a little birthday one for this one,
okay.
on your birthday. And I'm going to lift that off with some foam pads. So let's just pop that in. And again, it's all about building your scene up. And really getting really nice and creative.
Gail says, my twin grandbabies are turning 2. They'd just love this with the little animals in it. I put dotty glue on the back of the animals and then they can move them around and tell a story.
Oh my
That's
God, that's
really
so cute. That is really cute. Now, all the scene's ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop in our panels. So the inside one is going to go in first. And I'm going to just pop it in with some tape just down either side of my little homemade tags. Don't forget you've got those tabs, those extra panel tabs in there. If you want to create it using that. But I wanted, with this dimension card, I wanted to create my own. So I've popped my glue onto both sides because what we're going to do now is we're going to stick these onto the inside of the box. So I'm going to start with that smallest one first. In fact, do you know what I could do? I could stick that on the... No, Debbie, don't do it. You'll give yourself an headache. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to position it into place. And I'm just going to make sure I've got that in flat. Now, it's a bit difficult to show you, so I'm going to try and tilt it. I'm going to stick my flaps onto the inside of that part there. So let me just get that in. And again, you could be using your wet glue to give yourself a little bit of leverage. Thank you.
Leverage.
Make sure that your score lines are. Do you know what? Let me put my larger one in first because that's the one that's got the leverage.
Leverage.
We'll go with the larger one.
Okay. Oh, and then you can put the
Yeah, and then I can put my other one in. I'm going to start with that one to make it a little bit easier for myself. So I'll just stick that in. Make sure you've angled it so that it closes, and because you've got this, so that score line will measure alongside this inside score line, so that when you pull it together, and I'm just going to make sure that that works. Yep, absolutely fine. So I'm going to pop that in, give it a little burnish between my hands. And if you're using red liner tape, of course, it's not going to go anywhere, but I'm just going to give that at both sides because I've just remembered that this one is going to go across there, not in the middle. I'm thinking, where's my middle bend? Why is my middle bend not working? It's because I haven't put a middle bend on, because it's going to go in sideways like so. So we're going to add, and this is the thing about this. Again, I'm just going to make sure I've got it into place and that it'll fold nice and neatly. So can you see there?
Have a look.
Perfect. So before I do it, I'm just going to make sure, yep, that's fine. So let's pop that in, stick that down, and that side down. And then I'm going to just pop that together and give it a little burnish on both sides. So that when I pop it up, hopefully, yay, there we go.
Okay.
So now we've created our beautiful scene.
That's phenomenal.
That's how you do it. That's just beautiful. And again, it's all about creating the pop-out element, the dimensional elements. And then, of course, if you are adding more, Ben, can you see now where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So if you do this 3-4 times, you could have a nice side-by-side one, but then you could go on to this panel here, panel here.
I said that a minute ago, by the way.
What's that?
Producer Erin's just gone, you could do it seasonal. I said that at the start.
Yes, you
the 4
could,
different seasons.
Absolutely.
I said that. Rewind the tape.
Yeah. And then when you're folding it in, of course, you just need to fold it up and it all folds nice and flat for you as well. So that's a really nice feature to do. But again, of course, it's just showing you. In fact, let's just do that. Look, I'll show you because I've got my other one here. Let's go in. Let's make sure I've got them in the right way. Can you see? Let's go that side. Look, if I just stick those together, it's just got one missing. But can you see now what you could create? And can you see the wow factor that this works with? Looks beautiful with just the one. Let's not get this wrong. Looks beautiful with just the one. But the fact is that you can get really creative with this style of card and really create something really quite sensational. Perhaps that could be the craft along, depending on who's getting it. Ooh. Depending on who's getting the craft along. To be fair, I'd be really hard pressed to know what to do with craft along because this collection is just mind-blowingly good. So exciting and so creative. You can exactly do that. Build your scene, tell your own story. Beautiful.
I mean, you guys are loving this collection. I can see why. The demos have been off the chart. The price on this is lovely as well. $68.79 or $83.96 for the lot. If you want to go individually or multi-buy, you can. But the comments coming through, Rose and Baker, this is so awesome. Nee Connie on YouTube says, that is lovely, Debbie. And yes, the possibilities with that style, exciting. Mary Rena says, that is such a lovely scene, Debbie. And the craft along, we can say, is going to be, what did you say, the 23rd of June, 27th of June? I'm in on the 27th of June.
Do you know what I think?
Hang on a minute. It's you and me.
I thought so. I'm thinking, I'm sure I'm in on 27th.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've, yeah. Oh, I do get the craft along.
I didn't realise. Can I craft along with you?
You absolutely can, my lovely. If you would like to craft along with me, absolutely you can, yes.
I think I will, because I think I'll enjoy building
Would you
scenes
enjoy
with you.
this? You really would enjoy this, yeah, absolutely.
Carletta says, I would put a tent in one of the scenes for camping. You can do, because we've got our... didn't we have a staycation set or something with a camp set?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have
did.
got sets with tents and campfires and barbecues and all sorts in. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. Expanding the scenes, adding with the dies and stamps that you've already got as well. And by the way, with the beautiful scenes that you've got here, of course you're going to be using these 3D, but there's nothing to stop you from using these to create a story with our Enchanted Storybook collection, which we've got coming up for you later on Monday Makers. This is a lovely collection. This is the second of the storybooks that we brought to you. We've got the original one in just a few moments' time, but if I show you this one here, you're saving 20% on this tonight. And what it is a collection of dies to be able to create the storybook, and we give you all of the different embellishments there as well, which are just going to add to the overall look of this. And then you're also going to get your template to allow you to create a beautiful storybook, but with a drawer that goes underneath it as well. So whether or not perhaps you're making a little book there with the characters inside, for the kids to be able to play with, or potentially, as we said, create the scenes on the book themselves. It's entirely up to you, but that's why I think they would absolutely work. And once again, you think about all of the papers that you've got at home, all of the different collections, and how these work absolutely beautifully with all of those different papers. From the Swan Lake that we've got there, that one there is your Autumn Blessings, of course. And then finally, I'm not quite sure of the collection of that one, someone will tell me, but you can see it works all the way through the seasons, and a great way for you to be able to combine this with the 3D scene builder that we've got. So that's coming up later on for you at £15.99 or $19.17. We've also got the original storybook, which will work in conjunction with your 3D scene builders, which will also work in conjunction with your Enchanted Storybook. And this one is coming to you as your Monday Mega Deal, and is the best price ever that we've done this for. Slightly different for the fact that you've got the ability to pop this one onto a little stand, but all of the dies there are included. As I've said, there is nothing to stop you from using that and combining that with the dies that you've got in that set too. So, I mean, you can pick both up, platinum for, I think, was it $15.99 and $14.99? About 30 quid for the two. $23.97 if you're shopping with us in the US and you want to pick that one up. The deal on that one, though, the best price ever deal, is only live for 24 hours or whilst stocks last. So do go quickly on that if you want to grab it. The comments are flying in. The product is flying out. This style will work with the Cute Animals collection too, says Nee Connie. Yes, it will. Fantastic card, Debbie, says Mary Pat 1000. And Terry Serrano says, awesome set. And Debbie makes it look possible to create. Honestly, it's one of those sets where you've got... the only problem you'll have here is deciding how much or how little of the sets that you're going to use. You're not going to have a problem putting these together because you've got all of this information and demonstration to follow right now. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. All you'll have problem with is deciding what's going to go in the scene, how many kind of little embellishments you're going to use. You're going to have the best time with this. Please do not miss out on it. Go for the full collection if you can stretch today, because you're saving nearly £22, nearly $27, and there is your platinum price. Just very quickly, I won't spend too much time. I'll just show you all of the designs that you're going to get once again in this collection. This one here, if you want to go for them individually, is called Simple Pleasures. So that's the little girl on the swing, and again, you've got the the detail there in the archway and the fence in that beautiful lamp light there too, but you've got clouds, you've got the little bushes there, you've got the little butterflies in there too, so you can really build up all of these scenes. Mix and match, and the butterfly borders, tons of flowers there to build up your own little flower beds. You've got the archway, you've got all of the trellis detailing there as well, and even with the stamps, things like the brickwork and the woodwork and the grass, just giving you all of the depth and the dimension, giving you the foreground, giving you the background. Got that in spades again in the Woodland Beauty set. The trees in the background, the trees in the foreground. Love that big, the big tree that you've got there, giving you plenty of opportunity to get colouring with as well. And again, that was the one that Debbie used just a few moments ago to create that gorgeous scene. You know, create that 4 times round with all the different seasons in. You can even use that for Halloween, producer Erin. And then you've got your birthday scene as well, which is to celebrate your day, all about the balloons and the bunting and the cakes, and a lot of fun. Those are your 4 scenes. As we said, plenty there to get you started, but plenty more, as I say, I'm sure you've got at home that you can add to this collection to take it even further. Lots of love still coming through, as I've said. If you've got any questions that you want to ask before the end of the show, feel free to, or indeed if you are shopping or if you've already bought, let us know what you've bought. We would love to hear from you across on the socials, and then around about half an hour's time we'll be asking for your vote on the demo of the show as well. So I know it's absolutely flown over. I cannot believe we've got less than 45 minutes to go. Let's have a look at our next demonstration now, and I think we're going to have a look at a little double Z-foldy card.
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to try and change it up a little bit. And because time is literally fast forwarding so fast, I found this yesterday when I was doing these launching yesterday. I only managed to get in 1 hour 1 full demo done of each one, literally, because they're just absolutely beautiful. But there's just so much storytelling you can do with this, and so much scope that you can do with it as well. And so I'm going to fast forward to this one, which I was going to save to the end, but I'm going to show you how you can create this lovely wow factor. And again, adding some dimension. Now, I've gone a little bit plain and simple with this one, but I could have added more to it, because you've got the endless possibilities there to be able to really, really go to town with these. And as I did with my balloon demonstration that I did yesterday, because I just never know when to stop. However, I've kept it clean and simple. So I'm going to start with that card base. Now, obviously, these have been designed to work with that double Z fold feature with just the one. It's already in the, you know, the instructions are in there for you to do that ordinary, straightforward Z-fold card, but I want you to think of all the different things that you can do.
Yeah.
Now, I've used, again, our Zentura Pearl. How do you create such a long piece of cardstock? It's a very simple case of cutting it out twice, scoring it twice, and you can then pop it together. But I'll give you the measurements so that you know what you're going to be doing with these, Ben. So this actually measures in at 12 inches in length by 5.5 inches, and I've scored it at 2 3/4 and 5.5. So just so you can see that for a second, Debbie, that is not halfway mark. I said 12, didn't I? 12. Yeah. 3, 6. Dearie me. And again, it's hard work. It's been a long day, Ben. It's been a long weekend, to be fair. And I still feel like I'm in weekend mode as well.
It's Monday, though.
I know, I keep forgetting it's Monday. But yes, so that creates that first panel, and that repeat it the same way. So you can see it's exactly the same size. 12, score at 3, score at 6, fold it in, fold it back, and you've got that Z-fold feature that we're just going to join them up in the middle, like so. Now, you can have this by simply popping it together to create a fold like so. It's entirely up to you, this one. It is entirely up to you, the dimension you want. I've put myself a little mark in mind just so I can see where I wanted it to go, because I'm going to stick it together around this mark. And don't worry, because like I said, you're going to be covering all the insides up. You can have it closer, longer. Yeah. You can go as big as you want. You can actually stick a middle panel in there. I mean, look how big you can go with these. That's the beauty of these. And you're just going to add your own scene. So I'm going to stick those two bits together again in a second. But I'm going to give you the double Z fold measures that I've done creating my own, because obviously I'm making my own one here, Ben. So this piece measures in at 8 3/4 by 2 inches. I've scored it in 1/4 of an inch and 5 1/2. So I'll just bring that up again for you. Give you that measurement again. So it's a measurement of 8 3/4 inches. I've scored it at 1/4 of an inch, sorry, not half an inch, 1/4 of an inch, and at 5 1/2 inches. And I've done that on 2 pieces, and you can see it's exactly the same place, because these are going to sit on the inside and create that fold like so. So we're gonna sort of show you how to put all that together in a moment, but I want to show you this set. I adore this set. It's absolute. Well, you can see I adore the set because it's covered in ink, mine. But you've got presents, you've got star, like a starburst, you know, your balloon bursty, what's it called?
Oh, like your
sprinkles. Sprinkles, confetti sprinkles.
Yeah.
You've got that on there. You've got balloons. You've got open balloons. You've got solid balloons. You've got a balloon weight. You've got those lovely balloon...
helium balloons? Oh, the balloon twizzles? The balloon...
what on earth is wrong with me? Those things. What's those things called? Ribbon? Is it ribbon? That you tie
hold
around
onto the balloon?
That holds your balloon together.
Balloon ribbon.
Is it what, eh?
A balloon ribbon?
Is that what they call it?
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
You got them on there.
Yeah.
You've got plenty. You've got those on there,
and the
yeah.
woo!
And then you've got all the dies, extra dies in this one. You've got that little tab again, but you've got stars on here. You've got, possibly my favourite thing ever.
Balloon arch.
Oh my God,
I've always wanted a balloon arch at a birthday.
Do you know what? My niece, it was my niece's 18th last week. Took a couple of days off because one to celebrate with her on her actual birthday and one to celebrate with her a party day on Friday.
Yeah.
And my other niece, Jade, never done it before, created the most amazing balloon arch. I was like, how did you do that? And she had to blow, bearing in mind, she's in early stages of pregnancy, God love her, but blew all the balloons up and then connected them all together with wire. It looks stunning. I told her she should actually go in and start doing that as a business.
Well, so you didn't have like an arch in the first place, you just attached?
She just created it and attached them all together. Oh, if you'd have seen it, I'll show you pictures later, Ben.
Wow.
Amazing. But this die is absolutely brilliant for that. And I'm going to cut a couple of pieces out because I've got some nice textured card here. So let's take this beautiful, gorgeous colour. Let's run that through a die because I'm conscious I've not done any die cutting yet. But you've got other things on here as well. You've got bunting and then all the rest on there. If you've got a little cake stand, I mean, how cute is that to pop your cake on top? It's absolutely beautiful. There's tons of things and you could use some elements of it, no elements of it. It's entirely up to you what you use, Ben. That's the beauty of this collection. It's entirely up to you what you want to add to it. You could go in with the whole balloon arch, with the presents, with the cake.
There was a balloon arch at our barbecue last year, wasn't there? When we found out that Sarah was going on Strictly. Do you remember that big balloon arch at the
oh, there was,
cricket
yeah.
club?
We had a picture, me, Debbie and Craig, under that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we did, yeah. Yeah. It was inside, weren't it? Inside the cricket club.
Where was I? I was there at that evening, but I don't really remember.
Did you not go under the archway? It was beautiful.
Underneath the archway. I don't really remember too much about that evening. It sort of passed me by in a bit of a blur. I was taken away with the whole fun and frivolity of the evening. So I don't think I got a picture underneath the balloon archway.
I had loads of pictures that day because my youngest daughter and a partner came up with grandkids because you met Ezra for the first time.
I did, and I think
he took a really nice liking to you.
Yeah, and I think George and Daisy were sort of looking after you. They were looking after everyone's little ones.
Oh, they were. Honestly, those kids of yours, just a dream. They really are. An absolute dream.
Yeah.
Now, that's it cut out in that beautiful paper.
Okay.
It looks stunning, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. This is when you could be cutting it out, though, in white. The one I did from a demonstration yesterday, I cut it out into white and then I coloured my balloons in different colours. Endless possibilities, lots of different ways you can use it. I've actually done it in a piece of red as well because I'm going to add a little bit of a drop shadow. With my colour scheme going off in the red and this gorgeous turquoisey greeny colour, I wanted to create this beautiful, Debbie can't speak today because she's completely forgot how to speak. A beautiful drop shadow. Thank you very much, Ben.
Welcome.
We have you to look after us, isn't it? It really is. Plus, it's me, but I'm getting hotter and hotter as the afternoon is going on.
Don't open the door?
No, because there's still people in, isn't there? It's not like the weekend where we can have doors open.
It's quiet out there.
Is it pretty quiet? I literally am like getting really, really warm again.
I'll tell them to shush if they stop making any noise out here.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Man.
To say it's miserable outside, though, it's very
warm in
warm
here.
in here,
It
isn't
is.
it, today? And I've even got the fan blowing, but...
It's not cold, is it? That's the thing. It's like, it's warm, but it's warm and miserable. It's humid. Humid and moist is what it is.
Humid. Now look at that when you create that little bit of a dimension. It just makes it pop again. And I love that for that reason. I've actually cut out a sentiment with this one. I've used, I don't know if you recognise this, Ben, but do you know our mini dies?
Oh, yes.
Best wishes.
Yeah.
And I've cut that out in the same colour combination, and I'm going to do exactly the same there, where I've got a little bit of a sentiment on this. The scenes themselves are just absolutely fabulous. You're going to create lots of different scenes and dimension to your projects, to your cards, to your pop-out cards. Ooh, light-up boxes as well. You could do it on a light-up box.
Oh, you love a light-up box, don't you,
I do love a light-up box. I've steered clear, though. I've steered clear.
It's Christine Mahoney's birthday week this week. Her birthday's on Saturday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Christine. Are you going to have a balloon arch at your birthday? That's what I want to know. Superstar Susie on the social says she's always wanted a balloon arch or a surprise party. So, you know, maybe a surprise party with a balloon arch. I mean, that is like the next level.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to show you, and again, we could spend all afternoon, but I'm 25 past 3. I've still got another
35 minutes to go, Demi. We need to put our
How does it
foot on the
happen,
pedal a
Ben?
bit
What
here.
happens in this building? Can I just ask what happens in this building? But I'm going to show you. I've stamped some of the solid ones out, and I've just used a black ink pad for this. And I say a black ink pad, it's our... I'm doing it again.
What are you trying to... What's that, sorry?
Black, noir, Harmony Quick Dry Black Ink. Oh, thank you.
I didn't really help you then.
Quick Dry. There were noir
Black.
There's noir black or jet black. There's two to choose from, actually. And I've just stamped it and then used the dies, not after fussy cuts. The dies do all the hard work for you. I've done the same with the open ones and coloured them into matching colours.
Ooh,
and
yes.
again, I have used the dies to cut out. You see where I'm going with this, Ben? Honestly. Oh,
you could use that red balloon on your Halloween card again, couldn't you,
Did you hear what
Erin?
producer Erin said? Glossy highlights.
Oh, glossy highlights would work.
Oh, yeah. I think I might have to do that after I've got this together.
We've got glossy highlights on the show.
We have, yes.
2-pack.
So I have literally, and I'm going to tell you again, I've kept it quite simple. I've used our Spectrum Raw Tri-Blends in the shade of coral and blue turquoise. And that's all I've done. No other colours. I've just literally, because I wanted to keep it nice and simple for myself, plus when I got colour in, I realised I just carried away, and then realised I'd just done 2 colours, and I thought, oops, we'll have to keep that theme going on there throughout the card there.
Very Jubilee-y.
Well.
That's what you were thinking, I think.
Of course it was,
Jubilee-y.
Ben. Of course it was. I was there thinking of that. That was in the forefront of my mind when I was making this.
Oh.
But yeah, absolutely. So we've got our elements together. So let me just move those out of the way. I think I've got everything. Oh, 2 pieces that I've missed off though. When we talk about that tab, that little layer again, now I've cut it with this one because, again, I want to have that extra panel to be able to add things to on the inside of my Z-fold card. So I'm just going to do that again, Ben, and I'm going to use my bone folder just to give it a nice little crisp, crisp burnish. Thank you. Now, what you can do with these as well, do you know if you want to get, do you know like you do with your other pop-up boxes, you can actually have it on that Z-fold kind of shape where you stick one panel on one side and then the opposite end on the inside bit. Can you see there, if I just hold that again? See, there, like that. And you can do that as well. So there's no right or wrong way with these. It's just find a way that works for you. I know Jan would choose this method because she prefers that. She finds it a much neater fold when she does that. So we'll channel the inner Jan in me. I must ring her later and wish her a happy birthday.
Oh, maybe we could sing down the phone to her together.
Of course, shall we sing? Shall we do that?
Shall we ring her up and sing to her?
We'll FaceTime her and sing.
Oh, that'd be
to her.
nice.
Yeah, we'll do that to her.
Nice.
Hope she's not busy. She might be out celebrating. Right, let's bring in our card bases again. Now, like I said, I had actually marked off and I went in, let me just give you a measurement there because it's entirely up to you, but I went in with about 2 3/4 inches and I'm just going to stick those 2 panels down together like so. But like I said with this one, Ben, it's entirely up to you. You can make it as long as you want, as short as you want. It's just suppose depending on the style of the card.
And again with the balloons, Mary just saying you could go in the silver and gold, couldn't you? And use it for anniversary cards, wedding cards.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously,
absolutely.
Possibilities, yeah.
Now you can see now using, and the reason I've come in at that 2 3/4 mark is because this fold here just sits nice and neatly when I go down. But again, look, that's looking lovely. So we're going to start creating our panels. I'm just going to pop in though in fact, I'll pop it onto these two first. I've used that textured cardstock again and the same matching double-sided pearlescent cardstock because I'm going to have some panels just onto the inside here. Like I said, kept it nice and simple for this one in colour theme. But you can literally take it to a whole new level when you're crafting. Add more colour if you want to add more colour.
Yeah.
But you get the idea. You get the idea. So I'm just going to pop those pieces on. And then we'll stick the front panels on together as well. I'm just going to do it on the other side as well, like so.
Lots of birthdays going on. Laurie says, happy birthday. May is birthday month. My grandson's birthday is today.
Oh.
My son-in-law's birthday is Saturday. My birthday's the 25th.
Wow, lots of birthdays.
The big 60, says Laurie.
Funnily enough, May in our family is jam-packed full of birthdays. So it starts with my dad's on the 9th. Yeah. Casey's on the 10th. Yeah. And then we've got my lovely, gorgeous, beautiful, gorgeous, sassy pants.
Sassy pants.
Little sapphire. Towards the end of the month as well. So it's full of birthdays. Right, panels on. We're going to do the same with these pieces now. When we're going in with this, Ben, like I said, this piece here, this tab, is going to sit on the inside like so. Let me make sure I've got that the right way around, Debbie. There we go, that way around. Oh, do you know, one of these days I'll get it right. I think I've put it the wrong way around, my fold. Oh, Debbie, you daft devil, you have. Never mind, I'll sort it out, Ben. I'm gonna rejig me panels because I've put me fold on the wrong side. Okay. I wanted it to be on the, if I get this straight and stick it in on the inside, so I've put my flap on the wrong bit.
I see.
So I'm just going to get my scoreboard and put it onto the inside panel.
Whilst you're re-flapping,
thank you very much.
There's some lovely messages coming through. Lots of chat about that balloon arch. Terry saying, the balloon arch I made. Oh, yeah, so Terry made a balloon arch, an actual balloon arch for... What did you say that was for? Was that for someone's birthday? Anyway, you said you smelt of balloons for the rest of the day. But you say, the balloon arch I made took me 3 hours. Debbie, your daughter should definitely do this for hire. I know that I wouldn't do it again, but I'd hire it done. Mary Lee Carroll on YouTube says, good day, everyone. I've been lurking.
Lurking?
Sounds ominous, isn't it? Nice to watch Debbie and Ben. We're lovely to have you here, out from the shadows where you've been lurking, Mary. Mary also says, I actually used to build balloon arches using a cool glue gun to attach the balloons together. Oh, so rather than actually creating like a wire arch, that's quite a good idea. Do you know, you guys won't, but you know Jack?
Yeah.
Jack Heath.
Yeah.
Yeah, she builds balloon arches now.
She does, does she?
Yeah, she does. One of her little jobs.
Didn't know that. You learn something new every day.
And Christine Mahoney on YouTube says, my birthday month. My youngest daughter's birthday is today, 21st. She went to Florida for her birthday week. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's not too bad. Producer Aaron wants to know where in Florida, Christine. Cool, I wish I'd been to Florida for my birthday week. Where did I go? Newton Aycliffe.
What?
I said, where did I go on my birthday week? I went to Newton Aycliffe. Not quite Florida, is it? No. Never mind.
Right, I've just cut myself some new panels in. I'm thinking, oh my days, it'll end up going all pear shaped. So, and this is how you create. Now, if I just hold that up by popping it on the right way around, can I just tell you? I'll give you that again. Was the 5.5 mark, and then the other ½ inch there, back like so. So that's given me the large panel and that large double, like a Z fold card, but like a pop-out feature to pop that on. However, I just want to give it a little bit of decoration as well. So we're going to pop in some of the red straps there, like so, and I'm going to pop that in. It's going to make it pop again. Adding the contrasting colours on either of the panels just makes it pop a little bit more. So let's pop that onto there.
Lots of use of the word pop when we're talking about balloons.
You just can't help yourself, can you? It's like it's just automatic, isn't it, when we're doing it?
Oh, everybody says you're a bit funny with balloons, Erin, are you? Oh,
I'm funny with balloons. Oh my God, I am terrified. Don't get them anywhere near me.
What? In case they pop?
Yeah, because I literally am. They're not my thing, balloons. I'm not going to lie.
Do you remember, it was right when we first started in the studio here, because I used to do a bit of balloon modelling when I did kids entertaining. Do you remember when I brought the balloons in that day and I taught Craig how to make a balloon model dog? Does anyone else remember that? And I think a few people were getting a bit twitchy because obviously the sound of the balloons sort of... What's that, George? What else can I make? I can make a dog and a giraffe, and that's about it, really. I used to say to the kids at the parties, I used to say, look, you can have any animal you want as long as it looks like a dog. And then they'd be like, oh, there you go, dog. I can do a sword as well.
A whatty?
A sword.
A sword?
A sword. A balloon sword's quite easy to make.
Oh.
And a snake as well. That's very easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they're long, aren't they?
You're so talented, Ben. You're a man of many talents, aren't you? You are a man of many talents.
I'm a master of... No, I'm not, what do they say? A jack of all trades, master of none. I do lots of things to a very average standard.
Bless you. Right, are you ready to show me how to put this together?
Yes.
Pop a little bit of glue onto this flap. I'm just going to put it on this part again. I'm not going to try and complicate things for myself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that down first, like so. I'm then going to tuck that piece up, and to make it a bit easy for myself, and I'm just going to lie it flat. So straighten that bit out, lie it flat, make it easy for you. Oh, I'm doing it again. Make it easy on yourself. Can't help it. But it makes it easy to pop it together. And then when you've got that down, you know you're in the right place. Pop that then, secure that down. So I'll show you again what I mean by that. We're going to do the glue onto this side. It's all about sharing your top tips, isn't it? And I'm not going to lie, Jan taught me this one. Because I were trying to get fingers and thumbs, trying to get everything in and just ended up in the right tiz was. Yeah. And then she went, Debbie, just stick it on. It's that teacher in her, you know, she's so clever.
I know.
But pop that onto that end, like so. Pop that down. Tuck it underneath, so get that first fold. Keep that bit flat. Tuck it down. Pop it on.
Yeah.
And then you've got it in the right place. And it makes it so much easier. You see, she's such a clever lady. She really is.
She is clever.
She is a clever lady. And now you can see I've got that lovely shape going off with my little things there. Yep. So again, and it folds over, so it still folds nice and flat.
Yep.
But it gives you extra dimension. It's that lovely pop out. See, are you all right there, Ben?
Sorry, yeah, just a tickly cough.
Bless you. Now, we've got these panels to pop in as well, because we're going to pop those in onto the inside parts of these boxes here. Let me just lift that up again for you. And this is when you can have one going one side, one going the other, and it makes it nice and easy when it folds again. So I'll do that, Ben, and I'm just going to pop those together, and then we'll start building these scenes up.
Yeah.
And popping it all together, and hopefully get this one completed.
Rose says, I'm allergic to latex, so these are the only balloons that I can have. Well, listen, if you can't have real balloons, these are the next best thing, really, aren't they? So you should definitely get this set, Ro. Christine says, oh, so your daughter, yes, went to Tampa. I think she went near Tampa. Her brother, sister, boyfriend and father went there too. Sounds nice, Tampa, Florida.
It sounds lovely, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It sounds lovely.
That's where producer Erin went to college.
Really?
Yeah. Tampa University.
Oh,
or the University of Tampa. Yeah.
And there you go. Can you see I've got me one part in there? So I'm going to just repeat that on the other side as well, Ben. So let's put that bit onto that side. Me glue onto one tab, glue onto the other side.
Oh, they have a river that runs by the school in Tampa, apparently, and you can see dolphins there.
Oh.
I mean, that is... Dolphins in the river?
Oh, my God. You're kidding.
Oh, it's a canal.
You are kidding me.
Dolphins in the canal. Oh, yeah, because Florida, Miami Dolphins.
Oh,
all making sense now.
You see. Now, can you see now making sense? Do you know what's lovely about this, Ben, is, do you know where I've put one in?
Yeah.
Into this? I could put two in there.
Easily.
So easily, I could push this up a little bit further and put two in there and add more dimension.
Yeah.
That's that lovely thing about this. Now, that is the base of the card put together, and as you can see, now I've got my measurements in the right place, it comes together really quite nicely there, and that is now ready for me to decorate. So, shall we pop in the centre? Shall we put our balloon arch? Yeah, let's get our balloon arch into that centre part. So, I think I'm going to use my chunky glue. Let's get my chunky glue into place.
Erin's just said, what about if you used the gilding flakes on the balloons?
Yeah.
That would look amazing.
That would.
We'd get even more messy than we did earlier. But it would be fun. We would it like that.
Oh, God, yeah, did poor George. He came in to change up batteries on me.
On your mic and that.
On my mic and me, yeah, and I've kind of flaked them up.
How did you flake up your mic pack and...
Just don't ask, because they took down in places. Shows it gets everywhere. When I went to the toilet and everything, and it just went all over the toilet floor. So I'm going to have to own up that glitter in the toilet is me. Because it's all over the floor. Because I told you, leave a trail wherever I go. That's what I'm like.
Sprays glitter and sparkle wherever she goes, does Debbie. Oh my goodness,
now
what
then,
are you
I've got
like?
some little fringe. Let me bring my little fringe in, because we're going to start adding, and again, we're going to add layers onto there as well. Make sure that's not come off. Let me just make sure. Yeah, there we go. I usually use red liner tape on a construction card, but I'll get away with it for this one.
You're all right.
So I'm going to start to build up that lovely scene. So I'm going to pop on here some presents on one side and some presents on the other. Let's pop that on there. And then we're going to pop in the background. Let's go in with our solid balloons. So I'm going to pop my little, and just tuck that around the back. And then I get exactly the same with the other side as well.
Pammy says, Ben, at the restaurant Margaritaville, that's Jimmy Buffett, they have people on stilts who come around and make all sorts of things with balloons.
Really?
I need to go and visit that place. Who's got them all over? Oh, so there is... Oh, sorry, I thought you said Margaritaville, song by Jimmy Buffett. So he has restaurants called Margaritaville. Oh, there you go.
Learn something new every day.
You do. Great idea for the gilding flake, says Laurie Barnett. And Shannon H says, I'm loving this card, Debbie, and I need to make one. We can make one if you get this collection, which is proving very popular. Or get a multi-buy of the ones that you like for £50 or $60. So you might want to go for the balloons one here. The official name of this one is Celebrate Your Day, and then you can get one of the others on that multi-buy. Or go individually. It's entirely up to you. You do you.
You do you, yeah. It's entirely up to you. Now, I pop my little balloons, so they're like floating again. You know, if you use acetate, it would look like literally floating balloons. And then I'm just going to finish this off now with my little best wishes tab that I'm just going to stick onto the inside of my panel. Because I've kept, like I said, I've kept it pretty simple, to be fair. In fact, let me go down a little bit further. Let's pop that in there properly so it sits in nicely and makes it pop a little bit.
This is awesome, Debbie. I think it's my favourite demo so far.
Thank you very much. But there we go. I'm just going to bring that round again. Now, again, like I said, I haven't gone overboard with this one. I've kept it really nice and simple, but again, just showing you a different concept. You're building a scene up, you're telling your own story. I could add more balloons in the background if I wanted to add some more balloons. It's entirely up to you. You could go as little on there or as much as you want on there, but again, just showing you different things that you can do. And of course, when that's all dry, I'm going to leave it for now because it's still a little bit wet, but when you dry and when you let it dry, it does fold up really nice and flat as well, so like so. And that's my dried one finished. There you go. Lovely. I love dimension. Dimensional cards for me are the ones that I get attracted to the most. And when you go in shops for a dimensional card, I mean, A, trying to find a dimensional card is difficult. Yeah. And B, trying to find one in a good price range is also slightly difficult. But these, once you've got them home, offer you so many different ways in how to create with them and how to build up that dimension and that pop of that wow factor when you open it up. And that's what I love about these. And these are exactly what you need to create that wow factor every single time.
Let us know on the socials what you're thinking. That card, though, come on, absolutely fantastic. Love that card concept, Debbie, says Samantha Cheney. Kathy Myers is in with us from Missouri. Loads of you are saying how much you love the 3D scene builder stamp and die set. If you want to get the full collection, there it is. If you decide, well, actually, I want to recreate that card that Debbie's just made, you can see the Celebrate Your Day at the top right-hand side of the screen there and choose one of the others. Go on the 2 for 50 or 60. But whatever you do, do not miss out. Nikoni, lovely niece, says, always great ideas and better execution, Debbie. I love this. Keep the the lovely comments coming through. We'll read more of those in just a few moments' time. We've got the demo, they've got the vote for the demo of the show coming up in just a second. I do, however, though, want to just bring something to you, which we were supposed to be bringing you a little bit later on. I do not think we will be. It's the Positive Thoughts 8-piece selection, because a lot of the original collection sold out. We've bundled together an 8-piece selection. You guys have devoured the stock. I'm going to tell you here, we literally had like low double figures. We are now at, well, how many have we got left? 6 chances left to buy this collection, and it's the only way, I'll show you these first up, it's the only way for you to get your hands on the topper collection, which is in that set. Okay, so it's a 16-sheet 250 GSM topper selection. It's the only way to get it, and there's only 6 more chances for you to buy this set. Next 6 people who get it will receive it. Anyone else after that, you will miss out. This is that gorgeous topper set. Again, loads and loads of beautiful toppers in there. Plenty of opportunity for you to be doing a little bit of decoupaging in there. Lots of opportunity to be adding embellishments with your sentiments. And actually, some of these would be super as well, just for little stoppers for some of your cards. But there's loads and loads. I mean, I don't know exactly how many embellishments there are in there, but you can see there's lots across the 16 pages. So you'll receive that. You'll also get the gorgeous 12 by 12 paper pad, 32 sheets in here. Some of the sheets beautifully foiled, all of the sheets absolutely knock your socks off beautiful. Plenty again of depth and dimension, loads of detailing with the ornate scrolls in there. You've got beautiful fonts in there too, florals. You've got, look at that, I mean the beautiful foiling of that blue chandelier, just lovely. And of course again you've got front and back there, so it makes it nice and easy for you to be able to layer up, match up all of your papers on your cards and projects to make sure that they look the absolute bomb. Then you're going to receive in this set your 3D embossing folder. That's stunning. It's called the Majestic Rose. You know, on its own, that's a gorgeous card, isn't it? Emboss that, add a little bit of ink, add a sentiment, and you're done. You've got a stunning, stunning card right there. If it's sentiments you're after, you've got plenty in this bundle because you've got the Sending Positivity set. And that's what this is all about, sending those positive affirmations. Don't be afraid to be great. You can and you will. And breathe deep. You've then got your Share the Love, and again this one is all about sending love. You're the best. Live every day with intention. Follow your heart and more. And then you've got your dies in here too. So that traditional lace border, that one actually you saw a little bit earlier on being used beautifully in one of Debbie's demos. You've got your foliage swirls as well, and then lastly in the set you've got your delicate butterflies. It's $31.67. $41.39. It's a 35% saving. It's the only way to get that topper pad. Next 6 people to press buy on that, get it. Anyone else after that will miss out. What about that last card? Beautiful, Debbie. Great for graduation, says Michelle. Fabulous card, Debbie, says Mary Reno. Gilmore says spectacular card. Deborah says these seam builders are great. Loads of opportunities to create all kinds of cards. And Regina says very nice card, Debbie. Let's give you a moment to go and check out your baskets. Now's the time to do it. When we come back, we'll have a final wrap on this collection and we will let you vote for your favourite demo of the show. All that coming up in the last 10. But right now, head to the checkouts and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours. I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. I'm not singing. Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up. I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Plenty of you checking out your baskets. Don't worry, if you have joined us late, you'll be able to watch this show back at your leisure on our Facebook page or indeed on YouTube. By the way, if you do watch on YouTube, make sure you do subscribe to our page, because you will be able to make your own little playlist, get notifications when we go live, all that kind of stuff, and watch the shows back. Well, basically back to day dot. I mean, since we first ever started, it's a great way to, watch those shows specific to a particular product that you have bought. Awesome cards, Debbie, says Donna. Regina says very nice cards, Debbie. All the lovely comments coming through. I'll tell you what we're going to do just to finish off the show. We will get a quick vote going on the demos that we've seen so far. And then Debbie says she reckons she can squeeze in one more quickie before we finish in 10 minutes. So, before we do the final quickie, shall we do a vote?
Go on then,
Go
why
on then.
not? Why not? So number one is this, I kept it kind of simple at the start, but the number one, creating your scene using that beautiful collection with a lovely girl on a swing. So that's number one. Number two, we jumped into a little bit more of a more detailed card with this one, and we did the lovely pop-out feature. So this is number two. Number three is the double fold back. Still a bit wet in places, so I'm going to be careful. So that's number three. And then we're going to do this one next. So another flat card and add a bit of dimension. So that's going to be number four. So 1, 2, 3 or 4, you decide.
Vote now. You've got about 5 minutes. What was that?
Nah.
I don't know what that was.
What's that?
Sorry.
Then?
You've got about five. I surprised myself then. 5 minutes to get your vote in. Whilst you're voting, let us squeeze in one final demo. Are you ready, Debbie?
And again, keeping it clean and simple. I haven't got time to do any die cutting or stamping or colouring with this one again. But again, it's giving you ideas and it's giving you the concept on how to take these die sets and stamp sets and build up your scenes and create different styles of cards. We give you one to start with, which is that beautiful double Z fold card. The instructions are in there. I want you then to go over to the pages that I'm a Crafter's Companion. Our design team are on there sharing their makes all the time. The design team have created some beauties. They're absolutely stunning. And don't forget, I'm not the only demonstrator here. There are other demonstrators that I know will come up and create something really different with these as well. And they are absolutely fabulous. And for that reason, they're so versatile. They're one of those that I look at as a crafter and think, oh my God, my head starts to start flipping and doing somersaults thinking, oh my God, all the different things that I can do. You can see the plethora of display cards that I've got here. We'll show you some more samples later. Who knows, we might bring them and put them in later on tonight. Who knows? Who knows? Because I have got some more demos down here, producer event, just so you know.
Beautiful.
I've got another couple down here. Just saying. But yeah, absolutely fabulous. Now, to create that card that I've just shown you with this lovely pop-out feature, and it does lay nice and... I'll stay there, George. Nice and flat, but it gives you dimension again. It's really easy to do this pop-up box card, a lot easier than it looks, because it involves a couple of pieces of cardstock. And I'm just going to show you the measurements for this one are 5.5 inches by 7 inches. Now, I've done some matting and layering with craft card and the paper pad that we'll not talk about.
Oh yeah, don't talk about that again.
No, we're not talking about that again, because that's the one that creates that lovely almost sky feature, that lovely cloudy kind of feature. But you could be creating that with your own inks. So that's the base of the card, which again, I'll just repeat for you. It's 5.5 by 7. This piece of cardstock, our multi-purpose cardstock, measures in at, and I'll give you the measurements for this one, it measures at 9.5 inches by 2.5 inches. I've scored it in at 1/2 inch and 2 inches, and flip reversed it and done exactly the same, 1/2 inch and 2 inches, because that is going to be the wraparound on the front of the card. As easy as that. I've just snipped off the little ends because I wanted a nice little feature at the end, and I'm just going to decorate this by simply adding my matte and layers onto the front of my card. Like
Erin's doing her James Bond villain voice, which she does when you do a demo towards the end of a show. She gives you a countdown.
And what? I missed the countdown. What did she say?
Well, she does it in a very menacing tone. Normally she's very light and fluffy about it, but now she goes 6 minutes. You'll get another one in a second. 5 minutes.
Oh, so I'm just decorating my panel, and I'm going to pop on the front. Where's my foam pads? I had them earlier. What have I done with them? Where's my foam pads? Here, I'll use these. I'll use studio ones.
5 minutes. She's just said.
She can't be menacing if she tried, our lovely Erin. And no, she's not menacing at all.
Oh, by the way, as well, before I go, remind me to show you a picture of assistant producer Willow with her headset on, just before we disappear at the end of the show.
Now, I'm going to wrap this around the front, or should I say the back of my card, like so. And it is as easy as that to put this together. So I'm just going to quickly put my panels onto there. I'm almost waiting for her.
You're not quite yet.
I know.
About 30 seconds, you'll get the next one.
So I'm going to put that, and I'm going to take that first flap and go over the edge like that, and then bring this out and do exactly the same. So it just sits around. It's like encasing that card, that black, that piece of 5.5 by 7 cardstock.
4 minutes. She's just done it again.
Oh dear, and that creates, can you see now straight away, that lovely feature, and we're going to start to build up that scene again. Now I have with this piece of cardstock, where's my inside panel gone? Oh Ben, hang on a minute, it's on the floor.
Oh,
I might have known.
Under pressure here.
I know, I'm putting myself under pressure. But for this panel, I'm going to lay on the fencing. And in the background of the card, I'm actually going to pop on that beautiful dimension. And these are all in here. Again, mixing and matching. I've taken that fence. You know the first one we started with, that lovely, what was it called? The first set we used? Let me just grab this. The Simple Pleasures.
Simple Pleasures,
That's come from the Simple Pleasures.
Yeah.
This has come from this set.
Butterfly borders.
Mix and match. Mix and match, Ben. That's all I'm going to say to you. Oh my goodness.
3 minutes.
Yeah, that sounded menacing, didn't it? Yeah. 3 minutes and counting. 3 minutes and counting. Now, I've already done the stamping with my lovely butterfly and the lovely girl, coloured her all in, used the dies to cut her out, and we're going to start to build up. So I'm going to first of all pop on the inside panel, my gate. I'm just going to pop it, just a bit of glue onto the bottom part. Not like rushing. I did tell her though, it's my fault. Oh, of course I can get another demo in, producer in. I can get another demo in, that's a problem. But it's fine. I'm going to now stick that panel onto the inside piece like so. And depending on where you want it, if you want it higher up, you can lift it up and pop it up to the top. And I think I'll do that for this one. Let's pop that in there. You can add a couple more in there if you wanted to. So basically, all I've done there...
You've had a 2-minute call.
She's getting more menacing as it's going on. 2 minutes. So I'm going to just sit that down. Pop that in, and you can see now it's starting to come together. And then I'm just going to add my little girl just onto the bottom. And add my little butterfly into that top corner.
You're going to do it?
And there you go. I did tell you I'd do it. But kept it clean and simple, but again, just how fabulous these are. You're adding dimension into your cards, and you can actually put more scenes in there, so you can add more depth and dimension. And there's all those flowers on there. You could decorate with more flowers around that lovely archway. tons of things on that set to get you going with. I've kept it, well, life is beautiful. I've kept it plain and simple for this one, just to finish off with. And I hope you agree. I've tried to show you some four different concepts of how you can build scenes and some, because go and check those pages out. Go and check our design team members out. They're utterly fabulous with their creations. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I certainly have, because it's just a joy when you get to work with fabulous products like these. They are incredible. If you love them, if you're only going for one set, choose your favourite design. You are going to have so much fun. You've already seen 4 different ways that I've created. Tons more inspiration on the website for you as well, and with future presentations coming up later.
Demo of the show?
Yes?
What do you reckon?
No idea.
Number 2.
Oh, number 2, the pop-outs. Oh, there you go. I think George called it again, didn't he?
He did, called both of them right.
Yeah, he's done all right up to now, hasn't he? Thank you very much.
Thank you for a lovely show.
Thank you.
Always amazing. And what a brilliant, brilliant collection this is. Please do not miss out on it. We may well feature this again a little bit on Monday Makers a little bit later on. But if you have got these items in your basket, get them checked out right now. Monday Makers, we will see that again a little bit later on. We might see the Positive Thoughts collection. We will see best ever prices for you and more amazing deals. But a massive thank you to you for watching. Thanks for all the fun. Thank you to Superstar Susie on the socials. Massive thank you to Debbie for a wonderful show. Thank you also to all of the team today. We've had Erin producing, we've had Georgia the joystick, and our brand new assistant producer as well. There she is, wonderful Willow.
Look at her headset on.
The headset on. Did a great job today. Apparently that was earlier. She's since fallen asleep. We'll see you back in here for 2 hours of Monday Makers in just a bit. Bye for now.